Today, we are going to learn how to talk about habits. Let's begin by looking at the expression used to. Let's start with an example. We used to live in London until we moved to Spain. Used is the past tense of the verb to use, but the expression used to has a completely different meaning. We use it to talk about something that frequently happened in the past, which does not now. Remember, used to is always followed by an infinitive without to. Let's see another example. I used to smoke, but I gave it up 2 years ago. He used to be fat, but now he's quite slim. How do we form questions and negative sentences using used to? Let's first take a look at negative sentences with used to. In order to state that we did not have or do a certain habit in the past, we simply add the auxiliary verb did and the word not before used to. And to sound more natural, we could use the contraction didn't. Let's look at a few examples. I didn't used to like jazz, but now I do. You didn't used to smoke. We didn't used to see them very often. It is worth noting that when we use the auxiliary did, the verb must be in the infinitive without to. In this case, use without the d. Now, let's look at how to form interrogative with used to. In order to make questions, we also place the auxiliary verb did before used to. Like this. Did you used to play football at school? Yes, I did. Did they used to get on well? No, they didn't. Where did they used to live? In London? Let's see an example with a tag question. You used to work in the computer business, didn't you? Now, we will move on to something different. Let's look at the expression to be used to. We also use the expression to be used to when we are referring to habits or things we are accustomed to. If a person is used to something, the thing is familiar. He or she has experienced it so much that it is no longer strange or new. Let's look at a few examples. I'm used to the weather in England. He's used to long working hours. We are used to the noise of the traffic. The expression to be used to can be followed by nouns, as in the examples, but also by ing forms. Let's see a few examples. I'm used to working on Sunday. She's not used to waking up early. They are used to living in the States. Lastly, let's look at how to use the expression to get used to. Notice the difference between these two sentences. I am used to the weather in England. I got used to the weather in England easily. In the first sentence, we are stating that we are already accustomed to something. In the second sentence, we are stating that the process of becoming accustomed to the weather in England was easy. So we use the verb to get. The verb to get in British English is get, got, in its three forms. And in American English, it is get, got, gotten. Let's look at how to use the expression to get used to in various tenses. Simple present. I get used to new things easily. Simple past. I got used to that difficult situation. British present perfect. I have got used to living without a car. American English present perfect. I have gotten used to living without a car. It's simple, right? Let's see a few more examples, just to be sure. I can't get used to the new timetable. I'm getting used to being retired. We've got used to the language very quickly.